So we serve a broad range of clients in a broad range of industries, and it ranges from restaurants to retailers, consulting businesses, and guys that even sell honey. And Dext enables us to serve all of them equally. A good example is in the property sector, where they deal with messy data in the form of municipal accounts, rate certificates and the like. And using smart split and line item extraction, we're able to clear that up and really automate the bookkeeping process almost completely. There's so many instrumental features to Dext. I mean, we use Supplier, invoice extraction, bank statement extraction, smart split, supplier rules, but all of these help us to improve efficiency and accuracy, and it tends to have a massive impact when we onboard a new client and show them, this new world that we are introducing them to. The sales invoice extraction, a relatively new feature in Dext that we love, is very useful when we've got a client that worked on a manual accounting system like Excel or paper-based, and they issued carbon copy invoices, and we can feed all of those into our cloud accounting package, and then from there they're operating seamlessly in the cloud. Bank line item extraction is useful when there's a huge volume of data, and we simply drop the PDF files into Dext and it spits out a file that the accounting package understands to update the bank feed. So line item extraction is particularly useful in restaurant clients where they buy goods with different VAT treatment, and line item extraction will allocate the correct tax treatment to each line, which if you had to do it manually, is just massively onerous. There are clients who are worried about data backups and the security of the cloud, and we tell them that by digitizing your data, you have indefinite access to it and it's safe. And it's useful if the taxman audits you many years down the line. Some accountants don't want to show the client how easy our work has become in this world of cloud and automation, but we use it as a big selling tool. During onboarding, we'll show the client how we set up supplier rules and how we're automating this menial process that they've probably detested for their entire lives. And that means they really understand what we do, and future automation and integration becomes an easier conversation because they get it. Extracting bank line items are really simple on Dext. You simply go on your dashboard, click on bank, collected statements. I'm going to say add a document. I've got a PDF bank statement prepped and ready, which I'll just drag and drop into that box. It tells me it's busy uploading. And once it's done, it will wait for me here under process statements, where I can download the resulting CSV file or Excel file and upload it into my accounting package. Easy as that. So extracting sales invoices to Dext is extremely easy. Here on my dashboard of my client, I go to the sales section, I click add documents, and I simply drag and drop the invoice into the box. Once it's done processing, I can publish it directly to my accounting system, in this case Xero, and here you can see there sits my invoice awaiting payment, ready to go to the client. So extracting line items in Dext is very simple. I went to my supplier listing. Here is a supplier called Woolworths, and I switched on extract line items. So when that feature is switched on, it will extract each individual line on any invoice that you upload. So I'll open one here from Woolworths that I uploaded earlier. And at the bottom, you can see all of the individual items on that slip came through with the correct VAT treatment. So a really useful feature in Dext is Smart Split, and we use it especially for municipal accounts where there are various items mixed together on the utility bill. Here I've got an example from the city of Johannesburg. As you can see, there's rates, electricity, water, and refuse. Now to set this up, you go to your supplier rules, and all the way at the bottom there is a section to add Smart Split. And what I've done here is rates is always the same amount, as is refuse. And then I only need to key in my fluctuating water and electricity. And I simply do that by clicking on edit line items, and I'll type in here what that amount is for this month. You'll see it loads the PDF on top for a little sneak preview. And there you have it. You've just automated messy old municipal bills. So consultants that go out on projects often have to on-charge certain expenses to their clients. And in this case, I've got a slip from a restaurant where we went on project. It normally will go to entertainment. You could tag it to cost of sales. But I want to remind myself that when I invoice the client, who is this case Wingman Accounting, I must add it to the invoice. So I've marked it as rebillable. And now once I've published this into my accounting system, it will remind me to add it with the next invoice. So as an accounting firm, we use Dext across all of our clients, and it has really cool dashboard functionality to give you a bird's eye view of what's happening across the firm. So here you can see how many documents have been submitted by our clients in the last day, how many we still need to publish, and very interestingly, what is our auto-publish rate. Internally, we set ourselves targets and goals, often stretch targets, to up the number of documents on auto-publish, which means a client submits it, Dext does its work and shoots it straight into our accounting system without any intervention from us. So at Wingman Accounting, we preach automation and integration across a very broad range of clients. And a tool like Dext allows us to really live up to that ideal and vision.